We're going to have an awesome show tonight. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. We're excited to come before you on WBSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. We're the first radio station to take all the social media networks that's available and broadcast each one of our shows. I'm glad to have the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, North Dallas Sigmas. Thank you so much, my brothers, for being here and being a part of it. We have many other individuals join us. It's just truly a blessing to come before you, because what God has planned for us, no one can change or take away. It's your plan. So I'm excited because the vision God blessed me to have to be able to do this type of work, this podcast, this radio station, and just bring the word to everybody. So truly, I'm truly excited about it. And as I stand up, I got some things that are popping in here where I'm being upgraded on one of the devices. You can be a part of the show by calling in. We have a call-in number before. Just keep in mind, tonight's show is Dr. Lowe Show. And it's the real relationship talk show with no filters. The real relationship talk show with no filters. We're at on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's title is Healthy Relationship Ingredients. I don't want you to kind of think about, do you have a certain ingredient that you're using in your successful relationship ventures? Sometimes we don't realize that we need to document what we're doing so we can be the best at what we're doing. So being excited like I am is to bring this opportunity to provide some ingredients for a healthy, successful relationship. Now, our call-in number or chat line to advocate your thoughts, share your ideas is 347-857-4192. Press 1, and I'll make sure I get you on the line. Identify the last 4 digits of your cell. Ask for your location, and you can chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith on the Dr. Lowe Show, WVSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. Healthy relations ingredients, not relationships. Healthy relations ingredients. So you need to know that. We also want you to check us out on the web link. That is www.blogtalkradio.com/WBSW Internet Talk Radio, along with being broadcast live on 6 devices, starting with Facebook, Big O Live, and TikTok. You can check us out at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith. On Instagram, we're partnering with the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama, and you can check them out on Z Squad Greenville 1981. And on YouTube, we're able to get that back up going tonight. That's the Smithway Enterprises 5018. We want you to be reminded and share with you that WBSW Radio, the internet station, we're number one, has listeners and watchers in 43 countries on 6 continents. So by you joining us, it's just not you. You got many others all around the world on all continents that's livable. Then also we want to share with you that you can register for WVSW Radio giveaways. And in this giveaway, we ask you to send your name. And what you're registering for is hotel stays that we are raffling off, gift cards, food vouchers, gas vouchers, movie passes. We're also giving away car washes where you in your place, wherever you're located. If your name come up, the car wash that you want to go and get it detailed, we will pay for that. We just want you to be a part of it and ask you to send your name along with a means of transaction. The third part to this is that we send out love offers. That's why we ask for your means of transaction. There's 4 that we are able to access when you send your name, send you from $5 to $100. That's Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, you send it to Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. That's LORENZA DSMITH 15 at gmail.com. We're also excited as well is to let you know that you can sow a seed of $1 with WVSW radio station by sending it to Cash App, $LORENZA and we will really appreciate your support. We thank you for being a part of it. We couldn't ask for nothing better for you being here. There's several people joining us. We're going to give a shout out to Big Guy. Thank you, Big Guy, for joining us tonight and being here with us, along with is it me, Bean, Mabine. Thank you so much. We also have Crockett. Thank you with Lulu. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me try to stroll down right quickly. Angelo, thank you so much for joining. Angelo Brown, thank you. Beverly Cooper, thank you so much for joining us. We also have several others coming in. Thank you so much. We want the board full tonight. We'd like for you to call in so you can allocate your thoughts on our title, Healthy Relationship Ingredients. And truly, you have something that you're using that works for you. We all don't use the same ingredients, but the basic ingredients we're going to talk about that help you have a healthy relationship is truly come from within. And we want you to be able to use the ingredients so you can be successful. We want to first look at the characteristics. See, a healthy relationship can be successful if you have and understand healthy relationship characteristics. A lot of times we're not clear on what are the characteristics of a healthy relationship. And you'll be thinking, okay, I experienced this, I experienced that. But let me give you some basic characteristics. First, involve affection. Are you affectionate? Are you kind? Better known as you have kindness and you show kindness to others. Trust, commitment. And we're going to stop right there and take a step back. When we're talking about affection, we're talking about deep affection, being able to show truly how you feel and say what you feel, be able to touch, to hug, to cuddle. Show your affection deeply if you want a healthy relationship. The next thing that's so important, as I said, was honesty. You have to be honest. You cannot lie, because if you tell one lie, you need to come back with the second lie, the third lie, the fourth lie, the fifth lie, and all the way up to whatever number of lies you need to tell. Kindness. How kind are you? Do some people have a kind bone in their body and others don't? So you have to be kind of careful understanding kindness. You have to know what kindness is showing yourself kind. That's what you want to make sure you do. Trust. You know, if you can't trust yourself, you definitely can't trust others. So we run into this challenge that a lot of time that we say that we don't trust our partner, our mate. The truth of the matter, the reason why you don't trust your partner or your mate is that you don't trust yourself, because you realize that you can get off the chain at times as well. Trust is so important. It's one of the main cornerstones of the foundation of a healthy relationship. If you can't trust them, go out the door to the store, because you know why? You can't trust yourself. See, normally people who, relationship, let me go back and say healthy relationships are reflected. So you don't trust that individual because you don't trust yourself to go and do those things. Are you trustworthy? Commitment. Commitment is a big word. It's a powerful word. Are you ready to be committed to this relationship? When we talk about commitment, we go look at being one of those C's in healthy relationship. But when we say commitment, you can take some things from the acronym of love. Commitment is, are you loyal? Are you loyal? Are you observant? Are you vigorous? Do you value your relationship? Are you excited about your relationship? Are you energized? If you are, you can be committed to that relationship so you can be successful. Conflict resolution. It is not easy. Every relationship will have conflict. It's how you resolve the relationship is something you want to truly focus on. How you resolve what's going on in your life, what's going on with your partner or mate, what's going on in your marriage, how you resolve the conflict that comes about. We know what conflict is always going to be, where you have two individuals not in agreement and they are in conflict with one another. Can you resolve the issues so your relationship can get healthy, or your relationship can stay healthy, and your relationship can grow stronger because you are putting the work in? Respect. I'm going to tell you, respect is very important. It's another cornerstone. And being able to respect others is that you respect yourself. Or are you constantly having these many challenges that comes up? You don't have respect for yourself. You cannot respect anyone else. Open communication between mates. You have to be willing to be able to communicate with your mate. If you're in a marriage, communicate with your spouse. Have open communication. Have effective communications. That's truly one point we need to spend a lot of time on. Communication is that it's a practice of a product to be successful, a practice of an action, a practice of an effort. Communication requires you to be an active listener, a critical thinker, and a great orator, meaning you're able to articulate what you heard in a response that will build your relationship, cause your relationship to grow to where you want to grow. Compromise is very important. In life, we will have to compromise. We have to understand that this is not Burger King. You really, truly can't have it your way. We're going to work together. It requires two people. And it's not a such thing, which I always challenge people when they talk about 50-50. You know, a relationship is not 50-50. A relationship is 100-100. See, to be committed and have a long-lasting relationship, you must be willing to put 100% in and sometimes go way beyond that, because it requires you taking the great effort, putting the energy in, putting the time in, so you and your relationships can be successful. Intimacy. See, we talked about this last night on the show. Everybody think intimacy is sexual. Intimacy is not sexual. Understand, you know, in the process of holding your mate's hand, hugging your mate, sending your mate a text throughout the day, buying them flowers, either having them delivered or take them there yourself. That's intimacy. It is not always sexual. Please understand that. And you have to be committed and willing to be in this relationship to really show your inner self. And your intimacy comes from your inner self. Boldness. Bondness. You got to be able to bond. Are you capable of bonding? Are you capable of bonding with someone else? That goes back to my topic I had on a couple shows several back when I said, are you fit to be in a relationship, especially a healthy relationship? Are you fit? Can you bond? Can you be flexible? Flexibility is very important. Can you put yourself in the position to have some fun? Humor, laughter. Those are part of the L in love, in the acronym of love. Laughter, being lovable. Humor. In a healthy relationship, there is no imbalance of power. You don't have all the power, and your mate have no power. You both have power to make the relationship successful and healthy. The 5 C's and the 5 A's of a healthy relationship. I want to give a shout out to our first sponsor. See, God is so good. He has blessed us with a great support team, great sponsorship, and I'm so thankful he's in my corner. I'm so thankful he's in our corner. God is doing some awesome things with WBSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. This is TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott. Like it'll find it. Wait a minute. Truly, we want to. There we go. My, I'm so thankful for Mr. William Scott for supporting what we're doing. Truly is a blessing to come before you and share something to make a difference. And we just want to share it in words. It's WBSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one, and we're so glad to have listeners in 43 countries and on 6 continents. And I'm taking a little time before we get back to the topic because, see, sometimes that internet kick in, kick out, and it'll knock out our actual opportunity to be live. So we're back on, and we're excited about coming back. Let's talk about the 5 C's and 5 A's to make sure. And I think we're just having some internet making some gas as not being able to do it. But we're not going to give up. We're going to keep doing it. We'll keep trying to work this out to make sure it do what it's supposed to do. Just seemed like one of the devices feel a need today. Just want to continue to kick out, starting with a couple C's that I said earlier. So we want to get back to talking about communication, effective communication. It's so important that we understand effective communication. And as we talk about effective communication, we got to remember the process. See, effective communication is all about being able to listen, being to uh, uh, think about what you heard, and then be able to articulate it back to the person that was speaking with, especially your partner or your mate. One of the biggest challenges most people run into, they run into that challenge of uh, having someone talk they're talking to, and they don't respond with a manner that they heard you. See, sometimes people don't hear you. That old saying that it goes in one ear and go out the other ear. So what we want to make sure, if we want to have a healthy relationship, and part of the 5 C's is that we focus on effective and open communication. Compatibility. Are you compatible with that individual? Are you compatible? Or you just going through the motion? So I just want you to be able to understand it requires a lot out of you. It requires you to do what you need to do to be successful. And I got one of my devices is having this day, but we hang on in here and not give up on it. We want to make sure we can get the word out. Compatibility. Are you compatible? Are you compatible with any other individual that you're around, especially your mate and your partner? If there's no compatibility, then it's not going to work. You're not going to have the success you think you're supposed to have because you don't have things in common. You don't have anything in common. So in essence, you're just going through the motion, and the bottom line is that you're not going to be as successful as you think you are. So truly, we want you to consider compatibility as one of the C's. Commitment. We talked about commitment earlier. Do you understand what commitment requires? You know what it looked like? If not, then you need to make sure you become somebody mentee, whether it's a person of maturity, a wisdom, or someone who's just your friend that's doing it right. Understand that committed is that some people relate to going to your job every day. That's the commitment. Yes, you can say that, but pretty much we also have to keep in mind that we have to make sure we do what we're supposed to do. Make sure we are in the right place. Make sure our time and energy is in the right place. Because truly, it's going to require you to do that. Another thing that's so important with the C is care. See, this one is really important. Care. Do you care? Do you care? Do you show that you care? Really think about it. Do you show that you care? I'm just asking you a question because it's important that we look at asking ourselves, do you care? The next C is compromise. We mentioned that earlier. Compromise is so important because it requires you to give when sometimes you don't feel like you should give. You have to be able to compromise with each other. Constantly making sure you understand that it takes two of you to be successful. It takes two of you to put the work in. If you're not ready to put the work in, then you can't be successful like you want to be. Compromise. It is said that the happiest individuals truly understand how to identify those elements of romantic relationships. The happiest individual understand to identify those seeds: compromise, care, commitment, communication, and compatibility. They understand. They're willing to do whatever it takes to make sure it's successful. That's all you can ask. That's all you can do. And truly, we have to remember that the seeds are so important to your success. So make sure you put the work in so you can succeed. Our next sponsors I want to give a shout out to is an awesome young lady. She has some products that she's producing through her venue, and she's a vendor who's willing to meet you wherever in South Central Alabama. However, she have pop-up shops from time to time, and if you want to purchase from Soap Gems from Jackson and Grace, go to Jennifer Jackson and on Facebook, DM her or give her a call at 251-369-1344, and you can find out the products she has. She has some of the best soap and perfume scents in the products associated with soap, with lotion, with beard oil, whatever you're requesting. Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace.
Contact Soap Gym by Jackson and Grace. The owner is Jennifer Jackson. Contact number 251-369-1344. Or go to Facebook. Type in Jennifer 1M Jackson or Charlie Angel. There's several items like bombshells. Yes, no lifetime. Lucky lovers. Straight savage. Manpower. Lotion. And calming lavender sea salt. So please check it out. Again, that number is 251-369-1344. Soap Gym by Jackson and Grace.
Give Jennifer Jackson a call with Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace, 251-369-1344. The A's of a healthy relationship, and there's 5 of them, and it applies to all kinds of relationships. First, you have attention. See, if you want to be successful in your relationship, you must be willing to give attention. If you're not willing to give attention, you're not going to be successful or have a healthy relationship. Acceptance. You have to be acceptance of each other and not come and say, this is the way I want this person to be. You have to accept them who they are, what they're bringing to the table. The next thing that's so important, appreciation. Show your appreciation to that person. Make sure you communicate with them. Let them know how you're feeling. Be encouraging, be supported, just be appreciative to that person, be allowing of that individual because they have individuality as well. And that individuality has brought them to this point. And if you're in this relationship and you want it to be healthy, you're going to give 100% and they will give 100%. And the last eight, I think that's so important is affection. Talked about this earlier when we talked about characteristic of a healthy relationship. Affection. Deep affection is really important. You have to work on giving attention, being accepting, appreciation, allowing, and affection if you want to have a healthy relationship using the C's and using the A's. As we move forth, there are certain things that we need to feel secure and respected and loved in a relationship. See, in a relationship, people may feel secure, respected, and loved when they feel understood, accepted, and safe. Say that again. People may feel secure, respected, and loved when they feel understood, accepted, and safe. Also, always really listen, acknowledge, and accept. Don't just say yes to them when you're really not paying attention. Listening skills must be into play. When they know you hear them, you're critical, if you can personally grow from it, then they know that you care. Always show your feeling of security, respect, and love with words and action. Within these words and action will show that you understand, you're compassionate, you have empathy, and you are accepting. When you're trying to show them that you respect them, where you want them to feel secure and loved, put aside your phone and computer and spend more quality time together. And there are several signs of a secure relationship. First, let's go with respect. Partners, mates, respect each other's boundaries, privacy, and right to say no. They're also honest, trustworthy, and have clear expectations, not unrealistic expectations. Trust is the next sign of a secure relationship. Partners trust each other and can be confident, open up, and sharing their feelings. If you feel that you're unsafe, you're feeling vulnerable, and you want to open up and you have confidence, but that person is showing that they really don't care about what you're talking about, then you're going to feel really, really uncomfortable. And you're going to no longer trust them because they didn't feel that you opening your inner self to them and sharing with them was important. And it's important. The next sign of a healthy and secure relationship is safety. Everyone wants to be safe in a relationship. Your mate must feel physically safe and able to be vulnerable because they know that their partner supports their choices and love them. Those are the steps to making sure you have a sign of a secure relationship. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about all of my sponsors. That's why I'm going to keep saying it. I'm excited about our next sponsor, which is Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. We're so glad to have them on board. They've been with us really since the beginning when we decided to do sponsors. They was there. Mary Ruth's Restaurant out of Georgiana, Alabama.
Located at 261 State Highway 106 in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Food in a family-friendly environment. Their Ruth's Restaurant offers home cooked breakfast. All the fixings, you name it, they've got it. And not just home breakfast. Home cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Their Ruth's Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetables meal. And meat and 3. Also, home cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much more. Barbecue Saturday and a dog pop and made from scratch, including the desserts and so much more. 261 West State Highway 106 in Georgia. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Call today 334-362-4032. That's 334-362-4032. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Home cooked meals, family friendly environment, great food. Who can ask for more at a restaurant? Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Breakfast from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Lunch from 11 until 2. And dinner from 5 until 9. Barbecue Saturdays begin at 11 a.m. and last until 9. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Home cooked food with a family-friendly environment. Come on, guys. 11 a.m. until 5.
Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. That's 261 State Highway 106 West. Georgiana, Alabama. That's their telephone number is 334-549-0950. The co-owners are Brother Marvin Lala Smith and Sarah Katrina Roper Smith of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated and Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. What are your particular needs and ingredients as a man or a woman from a particular party? What are your needs? What are the ingredients you need to see from that person? See, men and women are different. They're so different. We need to appreciate our difference more. We need to have more deep conversation, more conversation, and understand needs to nurture and grow. See, I always use this example, the difference in when you're talking about male and female, men and women, is that if I was dating someone and I had her friend with me and I we say, well, I got a friend, and might be interested, might be set up this blind date, what would be the first thing to come out of that young lady's mouth? First of all, he got a job. We put that as being a provider. No woman wants a man that's not a provider. And you can't pretend on being a provider. And no woman wants a man who's not a protector. We as men, and if we're out there, and the friend, and I said, I have a friend that might be good with your friend. And the first thing I said, the man, I tell him, I said, well, I got a friend, you might like her friend and everything. The first thing come out of his mouth, how she look. See, we're different. A man should bring to the table a mature, grown man should be a provider, a protector, a prophet, a priest, a leader. If you're not those things, won't nobody follow you. No one wants to be in a relationship with you. You need to find out what the ingredient is to be each of those. A provider, a protector, a prophet, a priest, a leader. You should be where you and God are in touch, where God will share with you. And you can be the prophet. You can prophesize on how the relationship can go from your point of view and from God's point of view. The priest is you can't lead people if you are not truly a practicing Christian. Your spiritual leadership comes into play. Your spiritual leadership comes into play. So as a man, we have to understand our particular needs and what a woman's particular needs are as well. See, men will make their woman number one priority in their life. That's one of the ingredients above everything and everyone else. See, when that man do that, that will lead to a fulfillment, absorbing and exciting and a joyful life. A man needs to feel that they are trusted, appreciated, and accepted in their love relationship. I can remember dating a young lady about now getting to be about 9 years ago. And one thing would come out of their mouth was all men cheat and lie. And I always tell her, no, all the men you've been around and you had in your life cheat and lie. Don't put that on me. See, you have to know your worth. You got to understand who you are and whose you are. So what you want to make a magnificent, fulfilling, absorbing, exciting, and joyful life. That's what you should be a leader toward. You need to be trusted because you need to be trustworthy. No one trusts someone who doubts whether they're trustworthy. Don't talk about it, be about it. Show your trustworthiness. Appreciation. Let people know, thank you for what you're doing for me. Show your appreciation. Show that you're accepting what the work needs to be done, the time and the energy need to be put in so you can have a healthy relationship. When you have an opportunity to do that, men don't become less motivated. They're highly motivated. Men don't become selfish. They become selfless. But a man's greatest fear is that he's not good enough for the love from his woman or be able to love his woman. That's one of his greatest fears. And if you tell him as a woman that he's not good enough, you're selling for him because you might be in one economic situation and he's down, he might not be there because you want hypergamy, you tell him he's not good enough. When a man feel like he's not good enough, he's going to be selfish. He's going to be disrespectful. He's going to do all the things you ever thought he wouldn't do. So you make sure you let him know he's good enough to be in a relationship with you. See, women need to feel that they are cherished in a relationship. Through emotional connection and support. Men want to feel emotionally connected to their partner or mate and supported in their endeavors, both personal and professional, so we can have personal and professional growth. Secondly, a man wants to make sure there's physical intimacy. See, men typically desires physical intimacy with their mate. That's including sex, physical affection, such as cuddling and hugging. That's what a man is looking for. He has to know he's good enough to be there and you're not selling for him. He has to know that you emotionally want to connect with him. See, I hear all this talk by a lot of partners that men are not emotionally intelligent or they lack it. A man just want to be emotionally connected with you. They want to be able to feel like they are seen as a positive part in your relationship. That's what they want. When we're talking about women, what they need and the ingredients for them to be successful. See, women are more tolerant, patient, compassionate toward their men. See, sometimes men are little children at different stages of childhood. With their women, they are given an opportunity to be help them grow, learn to appreciate loving in nurturing ways. A woman longs to follow a man of courage, conviction, commitment, compassion, and character. She wants a man who can be both steel and velvet, bronze, but also show that he cares. She wants him to be a man's man. At the same time, she's asking him, can he be gentle, tender, and approachable? A typical woman needs the ingredients of intimacy, honesty, and openness to feel secure and connected. Sometimes, and unfortunate for many men, vulnerability is a sign of weakness because you've been told, man up all through your life. As a boy, man up. Don't cry. Don't show that. So you see that a sign of weakness when you show vulnerability. But to have a healthy relationship, to have a long-lasting relationship, to have a committed relationship, you must show your vulnerability. And since men see vulnerability as a weakness, women see vulnerability as a gift. A gift. Radical honesty includes open and transparency with your mate about everything, no secret allowed. This is what women expect from you, men. Men need just like women need things. You notice they are not all the same, but that don't mean we can't compromise and make sure the relationship is strong, make sure the relationship is successful. Give a shout out to Lena Payton Webb, Blue Impression Publishing.
Share your inspiring story with the world. Look no further than Blue Impressions Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, very owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision to life. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, consultants, coaches, and spiritual leaders to make a positive impact through their publications. Not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. Whether you're an aspiring author or a seasoned writer, Blue Impressions Publishing is the publishing company for you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-951-2665 to learn more about their services and to get started on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
Give a shout out to Lena Payton Webb, Blue Impressions Publishing. Go to Facebook, Lena Payton Webb, or give her a call at 833-951-2665. 833-951-2665. Blue Impression Publishing. Lena Payton Webb, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. What are ingredients needed to have a successful relationship, as well as we had shared? What ingredients guaranteed to spoil, causing a relationship to fail? What ingredients are guaranteed to spoil your disposition in a relationship? Give a shout out to DP, none other than Daryl Pickett. Thank you, brother. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Thank you, brother Pickett, for joining us tonight. It's good to have you. These are some ingredients that spoil your disposition in a relationship. One of them is control. If you want to control everything, dealing with your partner, you're not going to be in a relationship, baby. Hostility toward your partner and others as well. Dishonesty. If you can't be honest, you can't be in a successful, healthy relationship. Disrespect. Some people are masters of disrespect and don't even know they're doing it till you bring it to their attention. Dependence. You're dependent on someone else to do the things. You're dependent on somebody to help the relationship. You're dependent on the person to bring in the funds to the relationship. You're dependent. When you're dependent, and dependency jumps in, and it's hard. It's tough. Intimidation. If you want to spoil the disposition of a healthy relationship, allow intimidation to come into play. You want to intimidate people. You big, bad, and you're the wolf today. Well, there's a day you're going to fail. Put it aside. Get rid of that intimidation because you're not scaring anybody. Physical violence. That's the way to spoil the disposition of a healthy relationship. Put your hands on people when you should. Sexual violence, it'll get you a 5 to 15 year sentence. Sexual violence. Keep your hand to yourself. Respect individuals' space. Respect their rights, because your rights stop once you step into their space until infringing on their rights. Always keep that in mind. The ingredients for a healthy, long-lasting relationship. These are the ingredients. Just talked about what spoils it. We talked about what for a man, for a woman, what they need, what are the ingredients for a healthy relationship. Here are the ingredients for a healthy, long-lasting relationship. If you experience that, I'm going to say, hoorah, congratulations, help someone, mentor someone else who are struggling with the same thing. First of all, love and commitment to the marriage or to your favorable outcome. Friendship, enjoying each other, spending time together. Again, intimacy. Understand intimacy is not just sexual, it's affection as well. Fidelity, trust, and honesty is so important. Effective communication. Work on the skills of listening, critical thinking, and being able to articulate what you have thought about from what you heard. Open communication is so important. Be able to talk about issues. Be able to talk about how you're going to compromise. Be open with what's going on. Don't leave stuff for people to figure out. Omission is just like telling a lie. If you omit something because you don't think they can handle the truth, you're in a bad situation. Successful conflict resolution. If you don't know how to solve conflict, which is going to come in your relationship, going to come in your marriage, you just for a devastating ending because you don't know how to resolve conflict. Fair fight. Always remember, you got a fair fight with your mate, with your spouse. Don't punch below the belt. And don't keep score. I'm one up on you. And found a couple crucial points that you should understand to make sure your healthy relationship lasts. Don't play games. Don't play games. Control your jealousy. This one I always think a lot of us miss because we're focusing on the big picture. Appreciate the small things and the little things. Appreciate the small and the little things. Don't take your partner for granted. Don't ever take your partner for granted. Have a conversation. Effectively communicate and agree on your sexual needs. Agree on your sexual needs. Agree on your sexual needs. Master the balance of power. You're so controlling that you want all the power. You control the situation. That's an imbalance of power. You work together. We all have roles, we all have responsibilities, and we all have duties in a marriage, in a relationship. Know what your role is. Know what your responsibility is. Know what your duties are. Understand your expectation. Never have unrealistic expectation. And the last one I think is so important. It's about change. I want everybody to know Don't change to the worse for your partner. If you are doing something that you're comfortable with, it's truly you and your individuality. Don't try to change for your partner because you're not going to be able to do it. People change when they think there's a need to change. But sometimes all they do is adjust. They don't totally throw out what you're seeing. They're actually making whatever adjustment. And it take a slow process. It is nothing quick and nothing fast. Let me give a shout out to TKB377 that's checking us out. Thank you so much. Zeta Lady. And give her a high. Tell her thank you. Matter of fact, I'm sending the heart up that to her. Thank you so much. I can keep hitting the button. No Name. Thank you for joining us, No Name. We have Ray J. Thank you, Ray J, for taking time. We have Bernadine. Thank you for taking time to be here. It's good to have you. We have many others that I didn't give a shout out. William, thank you so much. Christy, thank you for taking time. John, thank you. We have quite a few on here. We didn't call everybody out, but thank each and every one of y'all for joining us tonight. Truly, this is an opportunity to share something. The title of tonight's show was Healthy Relationship Ingredients. Can you write your recipe book for a healthy relationship? No one else can write it for you. You must write it yourself. I want to tell each and every one of you, I love you all. It's from my heart. And truly, you can't do anything about it because this is my heart and I can love because God blessed me and put me in a position to love each and every one of you all. I want to thank you all for being a part and helping us with this vision, being able to be broadcast on 43 broadcast in 43 countries, on 6 continents. And that's how good God is. We started off with one channel, or one station, or one program. And now we have 17 broadcasts. And in those 17, we're broadcasting twice a month. So God is good. Our schedule is full. We're excited. We thank the sponsorship. We got a couple of them. We didn't get a chance to holler at tonight, but we're going to holler at them because they pay good money to be here. And I want to give a shout out to L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, out of South Central Alabama. Give a shout out to L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, down in South Central Alabama. We want to thank you so much, Mr. Anthony Starworth, for advertising with WVSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one, and we're really excited because being broadcast again in 43 countries on 6 continents. And we're so blessed to be able to come before you, and we're thankful. And we're always encouraged to have each and every one of you all here. We got Mr. Is that LTM with the number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. LTM with the number 3. Thank you so much. John Allison, thank you for taking time. Elf is on here with us. We want to thank you for taking time to be here. We also have D. Washington that's joining us. Thank you, D. Washington, a user. Thank you, a user. We have Lynn D. Thank you, Lynn D, for taking time to be here. It's truly a blessing to have each and every one of you as we get ready to close out on tomorrow night. We won't have a show tomorrow night, but on Thursday at 1 o'clock, the Dr. Lowe's neighborhood, we focus on encouraging, grooming, building, supporting our boys to be impactful men. At 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to broadcast and share this on WBSW Radio, the internet station. This is something we've been doing for 2.5 years, just talking about how we can support our boys to be impactful men. We need to prepare them because they will have to replace us before we know it. So make sure we're giving them and showing them and mentoring them how to be an impactful man. That's the show on Thursday. It's been awesome being with you tonight. God is so good. And as we get ready to close out, we want to give a shout out I got to give a shout out to those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. They had an awesome affair on this past Friday night. They had a Summer in Blue event. All the proceeds went to their scholarship foundation. So those brothers, I want to say thank you so much for doing what you're doing, making a difference in South Central Alabama. Not only that they are housed in Greenville, but they also make their impact in Georgiana, Alabama, McKenzie, in Evergreen, in Monroeville, in Beatrice, Choctaw, Alabama, Livingston, Alabama, Marion, Alabama. They just stretch themselves all over South Central Alabama. We want to give a shout out to those brothers for doing what they're doing. We want to give a shout out to Jackson High School and one of the members of the chapter who's the head basketball coach that won the 4A state championship in basketball. That's Brother Anthony Hayes. We'll give a shout out, and they received the rings the other day. So we say congratulations, brother, for grinding and taking your team to the state championship up in Birmingham and winning the 4A state boys basketball state championship. Congratulations, Brother Anthony Hayes. You keep doing what you're doing because I understand your team returning back. The MVP of the tournament is a sophomore going into his junior season, and they're returning back all their starters. And I tell you, I look for them to make it do what it do. So as Brother Anthony Hayes of Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. Well, shout out to those brother of Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're so glad that you are advertising with us. And it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing. And I'm so excited that you're willing to work with. Let's give a shout out to the Ada Nu Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. They are with us on Instagram. That's Ada Nu Sigma 1914. We're going to give you a wave right quick. Thank you for taking time to be here. We get ready to close it out. We'll see you on Thursday at 1 o'clock. And this is our series on mentoring boys through the network. The show is encouraging boys to be impactful men. And we're going to focus on grooming them so they can be the best men by being mentors, showing them what it takes to be successful. And we ask you to be supportive of what we're doing, because we have to have a supply of men to take the men that are now in Generation X, baby boomers. There got to be some young men to take their place. And we have to make sure we have young men available to lead. So truly, truly, thank you for all the support. As I said earlier, I love you from my heart. Hashtag, I want everybody to know, is be responsible. Hashtag, keep on grinding. Hashtag, communicate for understanding. Hashtag, make it do what it do. Hashtag, we got this. And we're really excited about doing WBSW Radio, the internet station. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and excited to be here to share with you impactful, along with interactive thoughts, ideals, and just something that's going to push you through the day. Thank you so much for joining us. And our title for tonight's show was Healthy Relationship Ingredients. What is your ingredient? Have an awesome rest of the night, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday. And I'm telling you, God has been so good. He has brought us a mighty long way. So I'm gonna push this music back to a long time ago. And we don't own the rights to the music, but we want to play this because it's all about a Zoom moment. Let me give a shout out to a couple of people joining. We have Tuck, thank you so much. Delegate Delight, Oprah, thank you. I want to give a shout out to a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority. Now, Dr. Tamler, thank you so much. She have Tam Rock 92. For Dr. Tamler, thank you, congratulations, being here, sharing this with us, and we're just truly excited for you. Welcome to the doctoral community. Make it do what it do. Doc, you say had a dream and you finish your dream. You're still working on doing some other thing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Come on now. I want to say to you, take care of yourself, be blessed, be encouraged. And as we always close out with some positive words. And it'll be at a high level because I like to be able to make sure you hear what I'm saying. I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it. So have an awesome rest of the night. We'll see you on Thursday, 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is your Dr. Lowe's neighborhood where we focus on grassroots issues at the local and community level.